Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for allowing me to be part of your day today. I so appreciate it. Guys, I've been reading through my comments and I have a couple people that are still trying to defend Mike Rinder as if I'm challenging this man for no reason. I was a fan of Mike's, but there are questions that have come into play. And, you know, there's a lot of people that seem to have missed that Mirriam asked for an affidavit that she was never told there was, and she knew. And I mean, she's talking about a case. They know what's going on. It's not even an assumption. Like, there are things that you can't assume that people can assume, but Mirriam's blatantly talking about her case and she's asking for certain things. She finds out that there's an affidavit that nobody ever told her was in existence. She wants to get it, and Mike Rinder wants to talk to her before he gives it to her under his conditions. You guys don't see that that's a little suspicious? I mean, if there was a crime and you could help in bringing justice, or at least clarity, or even closure, why wouldn't you do that if you had any kind of heart at all? Why was it? Now, Mirriam agreed that, hey, listen, he asked me for something and I didn't, respond back to him. But as she says, this is a legal document. This isn't like opinion or if you're going to be my friend or not. If I had a falling out with my best friend and they left half their shit at my house, I wouldn't keep it. The right thing to do would be give them their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just because we stop talking doesn't mean I get to keep. There are things you still got to do what's right. That's the point that all of this is about. You still got to do what's right. And Mike Rinder doesn't seem to be doing what's right. And a lot of people have also tried to say, well, Mike Rinder didn't know about it. Mike Rinder's in the hole. He was in the hole. He didn't know about it. So you guys have heard about Kyle Brennan. He was 20 years old and he died by a self-inflicted gunshot wound in Clearwater, Florida. That happened in February 2007. Mike left in March of 2007. I haven't heard Mike talk about Kyle. And there's a lot going on. You guys have sent me that information. And that's how I knew about Kyle Brennan, was because you guys sent me the information and you wanted me to do something on the anniversary of his death, which is the 16th of February. Well, I have been looking into a lot of information about it. And I thank you guys for showing me this case so that I could look into it. And I appreciate it. And I've been watching everything I can. I've been reading what I can. And, right now I don't see a direct connection to Mike Rinder. However, OSA took care of it. And who was in charge of OSA? Are we going to keep giving Mike Rinder a pass? How come he's never talked about Kyle Brenner? I tried to look him up, and anything about Kyle, I can't find it. If I'm mistaken and he's talked about it, please somebody show me where I'm mistaken and I'll admit I'm wrong. Why are they talking about movie stars? Why are they talking about bullshit? This is what they should be talking about, because somewhere there's another Kyle Brenner. So this is the stuff that needs to be exposed, not what the fuck Tom Cruise is doing. Who cares? Who cares? Go to People magazine and read what Tom Cruise is doing. If you're an ex-Scientologist and you want to bring light to situations, why aren't you doing that? There are still people in there. There's a lot of deaths, unfortunately. There's a lot of deaths, and I'm just like scratching the surface. But I am going to do a video on Kyle. It's probably going to trump the video that I wanted to do on Howard Stern, Because let's face it, this audience wants Scientology stuff. So when I can get behind something that's unjust, I'm going to get behind that. And Kyle was a 20-year-old kid. For those that don't know, Kyle was 20 years old. He was on Lexapro. He went to visit his dad in Clearwater, Florida. He was found with his head in the laundry basket and a single bullet shot to his head. He was a right-handed kid, and supposedly he shot himself that way. Okay? So, yeah, I guess he could have shot himself that way. It'd be nice to know which hand was used, except there was never a proper investigation, and they never checked him for gun residue. I'm sorry, wait a minute. Oh, wait. They did check him for gun residue. They just stopped the test so that there could be no results. And now, because this happened in 2007, they're gone. There was bullets found, unused bullets found in his pocket. They were never checked for his fingerprints. They never found the bullet that went through his head in a small apartment. You know, when people in Scientology die, there's an awful lot of questions that go along with it. It's not so simple there. Why isn't it treated the way it would be treated in the real world? What about that kind of justice? Like, that justice is pretty important. Aren't those the questions that we want to ask Mike Rinder? What happened? How does this stuff happen and get covered away? Why do you only talk about things that you want to talk about? What the fuck does Tom Cruise have to do with any of this? Those are questions that I would like answers to. What about you guys? What are you thinking? Do you still think that Mike Rinder should have withheld an affidavit that he had for somebody that was accusing somebody else of SA? Where in anybody's mind is that okay? And, you know, I thought we saw the receipts. Didn't we see? What do we need? I know a lot of people are going to be crushed when they find out that Mike Rinder isn't such a good guy. Why is that? Why have you put so much on this guy that if you come to find out he's not what he was cracked up to be, can you either not admit it or you're still going to follow it? What? How in the world is Mirriam wrong? Guys, there's still people, there's still young adults that are being mistreated and that could be losing their sanity. Those are the people that need to be spoken about, not this bullshit about Scientology celebrity or what David Miscavige is doing or what Grant Cardone is doing. Aaron's in Clearwater, Florida. This happened in Clearwater, Florida. Those are the questions I'd be asking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, Danny Masterson, he's in jail. We know what happened. But what about this? This is a thing. This is a big thing. This is somebody's kid. This is somebody's kid. And this was an investigation that wasn't followed through with. That leaves so much light. It's like Swiss cheese. And there's a few of these. A few of these. But I'm going to do a video about Kyle and talk about his life. And unfortunately, about his death at 20 years old. Oh, by the way, the Lexapro that he was given was found locked up in his dad's car. So let's say that Kyle unalived himself. Let's just say that happened. I don't think that that's what happened. You don't think that there's any responsibility for the dad keeping his sanity medication from him? The medication was given to him because of depression. Why would you take his medication from him? Because Scientology trumps the love that you have for your child. Some fucked up madman writes a book and everybody's common sense just goes away. Their love for their children just goes away. Because life isn't precious in Scientology because you just keep coming back and recycling them. Then what's precious? What do you hold dear? What is it? Scientologists, honestly, the echelons of Scientology, the higher-ups, they're in there for self-preservation. They supposedly come around again too, right? Why are they living the life of luxury this time and the other people in Scientology aren't? Who made up that role? Guys, these are questions I don't know if we're going to find the answers to, but we're going to ask. And hopefully we'll make enough noise to make something happen, I guess. I don't know. I know that there's a few channels that are going to get on this. And this is what I want to jump on and see what we can find out. Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your day. Tell me what you think. Communicate in my comments. I so appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you don't like me at the end of it all, unsubscribe. All right, guys. Thanks. Have a good day.